LARPing is fun.
Alright, so we'll switch over to the stream. And we'll do a little bit of a recap for going into session 12 of Forbidden Lands. Time just flies.
Wow, already.
We survived 12 sessions or 11 sessions. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
stoned.
In our other game, my character bit the farm in like game 5. So thanks to magic.
Ah, magic.
It'll be the death of us all.
So you guys are still debating what to do with the cult in the village, or at the very least their leader. There's some thought that perhaps by dealing with the leader in some fashion, the rest of the villagers may be freed if they're ensorcelled, or may fall into line if they're not. So you seem to think that maybe dealing with the leader might be the easiest thing. So you've returned to your Owlbear Cave, do some recovering, repair some gear, and otherwise getting ready. On the way back to the cave, you encountered a small giant creature carrying somebody in a sack. Thanks to Cully, you managed to lure him into a kind of ambush and make pretty short work of him with Desi's new sword. But the sword seems to have a mind of its own when it comes to what it deems to be criminals, and forced Desi to execute the man that was in the sack when it was revealed he was a pirate.
Yep.
The sword itself, it's named Braith, which Trustius recognizes as an elvish word meaning justice. And it is inhabited by a spirit of some sort. Several times the sword tried to force Desi's hand to deal with Trustius when he alluded to being a criminal. So everybody's kind of a little bit on guard as to what they may say around it. During the evening, Desi had a conversation with the spirit that's in the sword, an elven warrior, who warned Desi that those who are on the island become bound to Jakuz, bound to the Flayed One. Anyone who dies on the island becomes his. Not exactly what that means, whether the souls go to feed him or become his to torment, you're not sure. All that she said was that anyone who dies on the island becomes his. She did refer to something called the Binding. Not very clear as to what exactly that was. Something that happened centuries ago, and something that her and others who took part hold a deep regret for. She mentioned that there are others who took part in the ritual who, like her, saw the error of her ways, and they bound their essence into items to secure themselves from the Flayed One, who is undoubtedly angry at them for betraying him in some fashion. She led Desi to believe that if those items can be found, the souls can be used to undo the binding, thus releasing the hold of people's souls. In the meantime, though, Trustius, pushing his luck with his magic, channeled some dark forces outside the cave to try to leech some life force from the nearby plant life. Unfortunately, it went wildly out of control and killed the ankylosaur that Ryzen and Okatai had spent several days training and were hoping to use in the assault on the village. Which led to Okatai storming out, Ryzen storming out and then back in and then out as he Columboed everybody with his one more thing.
And another thing.
It was a great scene.
So yes, there's a little bit of tension amongst the group as a result of this. The realization that magic in the Forbidden Lands is not something to be trifled with. And there can be very significant costs. But with that, it is nighttime, I believe. Some people were trying to sleep. Okatai had gone out to harvest some more of his darkwood and kind of work out some frustrations.
Desi's talking in her
You
sleep.
said it was nighttime?
Yes. When we
You're
finish,
I'm on guard.
yeah, Cully's on guard. Desi's talking in her sleep. Ryzen came back, but kind of put his bunk up against the wall, far away from everybody. And then I believe we were going to transition to morning at the start of the session.
Yeah,
That's
if I
fine.
remember correctly, Desi had Trustius sleeping kind of against the wall behind her,
Yep.
just to make sure that no one stabs him in his sleep.
I mean, other than me. Or maybe my sword.
I'll take it.
Nobody stabs Trustius except Desi. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right. Hey. I see Yorick has joined us. Yorick, you can, if you're in Foundry, you can give me a another survival roll for the darkwood you harvested during the evening.
Okay. Gonna get in Foundry.
Do you need me to roll it for you, or?
Oh, it shouldn't be long on the computer tonight.
Okay.
Just juggling with all the things. I'm making cake tonight.
Aha. And everybody can roll for their food and water in the morning as well.
I put myself at sleepy because I didn't sleep tonight.
You are sleepy.
I don't have a map for some reason.
What do I?
Try
Nor do
hitting, try hitting F5.
Yeah, I didn't have one
Right.
either. I just went to the Auto Dread.
Yeah, so did I just now.
I rolled for shit.
I still don't see anything. Maybe I'll log out and come back in.
Yeah.
No,
have to.
you have to do that. I don't see anything either.
Sorry?
I don't see anything either.
Maybe the problem's at Chris's end.
Oh. Did badly on
Food
my
and
food
water.
and my... Oh, there's the owlbear cave. Yeah, I lost on my food and my water.
Me too. We got that in common.
Grand. It's not a good thing.
Perfect. All right, and Okatai, you get two more darkwood, and at this point, it's starting to run a little thin.
Oh, there's the cave.
I need to let it grow a bit.
Are the rest of us good to hit the old rest button?
Yes. Everybody except for Okatai has rested.
Nice. Oh, your sound's really bad, Jack.
You're really garbled, York.
Better right now?
You're kind of audible? Almost.
I'll try to fix that. Won't be long.
Oh,
I'll
there
put
you
me
go.
on put me on mute for now, just so I don't.
Now you hear perfect.
That's-
Oh, we hear you
That
perfect.
sounds better.
Ah, the magic of Discord.
The technology likes me a lot.
And it is another wet, rainy spring day.
Yay.
I see the raindrops now.
The day is yours. You guys can decide what you would like to do.
I believe we're heading back to the village, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm going to start by bitching about the weather. And we'll see if that works out. And
I mean, at the very least, it's like a warm rain. It's not like a freezing cold ice pellety rain.
now this is the jungle, as long as it's not too hot.
Not yet, because it's spring.
Justice is going to be very, very quiet. Just stay. Just shut the fuck up for the first bit of this session. See what happens.
I was going to suggest that.
But he's usually so talkative and outgoing.
I don't know if we have any food that we can cook.
No, everything that you have has been cooked.
Okay. I know one thing I'm not doing is casting any magic.
Yet.
Well, I think at least some of us should go hunting before we head back toward the village.
Chris, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
To do a throwing weapon attack, what skill is that using? Is it still using melee? Because it's a weapon?
Marksmanship.
Marksmanship. Okay, thank you. Debating if I want to actually buy either melee or marksmanship at all.
Yeah, I was waiting for a rest so I could start spending some stuff.
Well, you rested, so if it's leveling up when you already have, you can do it.
Yep. Those. Everybody but Okutai has rested. So if you want to spend XP, you certainly can.
All right,
Okay.
I will do so.
I'm trying to decide between crafting, melee, or marksmanship.
While you guys are figuring that out, I'm going to go hunting.
Okay. It's 5 XP, right, for a level 1 skill?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Yes, 3 for the talent. Right. Okay.
I know what I was doing.
Interesting.
I need 2 more experience before I can do that. That's why. Because I need to move my marksmanship up to level 2, and that's gonna cost
10
10.
XP.
10. 10?
10.
Oh, I have 10.
Yep.
So I can do it.
Oh,
If we're spending the morning to do things, I can go with you to hunt. Probably better at finding the prey, and you can kill it.
I was going to suggest that Trustius come with me, but
You
we can have a chat about my sword as well. There are things I should pass along to everyone. It
I need
just
some
might be
rocks for
better
my.
to do it.
I think I'm going to up my melee. I'm going to spend 5 and buy melee 1. Okay.
I need some rocks for my sling. Do I have to buy those, or can I just pick them off the ground?
You can just pick them off the ground, but they each rock counts as a tiny item, I believe. So.
Yeah, I'll just drag it over then.
Also, I figure it's also good. Buying melee, I can get my frustration out by smacking stuff with my makeshift skull, my bone club.
There you go.
There we go.
All right. So during the morning, so Desi and Trustius are going hunting?
Apparently.
Unless Okatai really wants to.
That's fine. Go out, you talk. Go on.
Okay. What would the rest of you like to do?
We cleaned out all the herbs and stuff that are around here, right? Exotics.
Yeah, all of the you won't be able to forge again for probably another month.
Well, it's up to you guys. I can do some training, or I can just kind of nap because I'm gonna need that before tonight anyway. Might be a good time for me to do it.
Yeah, go
We're not
take care of
moving.
yourself.
If we don't move this morning, might as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'm napping.
Okay.
I'll be training outside.
Okay. What would Ryzen like to do?
I'm just training to improve my melee, and I'm practicing with my bone club, or just if I don't want to risk breaking that, a stick or something. So, picturing it could be somebody's head that I'm repeatedly smashing in. You know,
Okay.
therapy.
Whose head could that be?
Perfect. Good old melee therapy.
Kill the
Percussive
web.
therapy.
Kill the web.
Percussive therapy.
Yeah.
I
Lucius.
forget. Did we harvest Stampy for food?
No, you did not. He is kind of shriveled and desiccated and not at all edible looking.
It's
Oh,
already jerky.
Moldy jerky.
Hey, jerky is still food.
Yeah.
Moldy jerky is.
You can probably get hide or bone from it. I wouldn't guess for food, but maybe
Yeah.
bones and hide.
Oh yeah, maybe I
there's
could make
field
another
pickings
bone.
there.
Find another. Take one of his bones, and it could be like a memento, a reminder of him, and I can turn him into a club.
There you go.
Just haul its skull inside. Use it
Whisper
as a chair.
really, really quietly to Dizzy. I could turn it into a club. If we want it.
Ryzen, do you want one of the creature's bones as a club? It's
I was
actually
thinking about it.
I was thinking we could, put the skull up in front of the other entrance. Maybe
Sure.
frighten some people away.
Exactly. Don't come here.
I can't believe we got a character that can one-shot an ankylosaurus, and I can barely climb a tree.
It took me 6 hours.
6 hours
And
and
it was completely accidental.
To climb a tree?
well, I might do that too.
My agility is too. My might is 0.
3 hours of that is him just trying to get up to the bottom branch until
My
Dizzy gives
move
him a
is
boost.
0.
Give him a boost out of pity.
Basically.
Yeah, Trav, we got to talk about you min-maxing all the time.
Those are definitely min stats. I don't know where the max is, but it's definitely not in his physicals.
All right. So between Desi and Trustius, one of you can give me a survival roll at -1. And +1 if the other person is helping.
I will help. I have a solid 3 dice on survival.
Oh dear. We might be starving.
I don't know why we're hunting.
Let me see what my survival is. Well, I've got a 4.
Oh, there you go. Take a +1.
4 and a helper.
Yep. So -1 for hunting in the spring, but +1 for help.
All right, so that's back to a negative. Oh, is there a spot where we can go fishing?
Not near the cave, no.
Damn. Okay. That's not good. I'll push. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, that's what. Okay. That would definitely go wrong. Yeah. I'm gonna blame distraction. I had a chat with the spirit, I think, in the sword last night after I fell asleep.
The elf, yes.
Much more personable as a person. But is definitely warned me against criminal talk, we'll say. So don't implicate yourself in anything or confess any crimes to me. Uh, yeah. But it might make the situation up at the village easier. But I think when everyone's together, I should probably peace bond it, find something to peace bond it with, just to help slow me down in case things get unpleasant.
All right.
Because that, against that fellow that was in the sack, it was pretty quick. Apparently the elves did something to, I don't know, bind them in things like this sword. There are others out there. I don't know if they're all swords or if they're different things. Um, but it was an elf, I couldn't tell. When she kind of closes her eyes and squints as she's trying to remember. When they saw what the priest had promised to the flayed one, they took steps to make sure the binding could be undone. I'm not sure what the binding is, but apparently anyone who dies here is owed to the flayed one or is given to the flayed one. Something like that.
I don't know anything about such things, but demons, they are very, very powerful. They can do things that most of us cannot reach. But this binding sounds familiar. Perhaps I can.
Maybe there's something in your book about it. If we can find,
but the book has its own dangers as well. You understand?
yes, I kind of got that impression last night. Yeah. The if we can find the others, she said something about undoing the binding.
Magic's can be broken if you understand the particular magic. Yes.
Well, I definitely don't, but we should definitely keep an eye out for other glowing things. Not sure entirely what sort of things, but
can you speak to the sword at will at any time you wish?
yes. It's sort of up to the sword whether it feels like speaking back, but it was chatty yesterday.
Would be curious if the rest of the binders, as you explained them, are elves as well.
Elves, yes.
All of them are elves.
I would say elves, yes, from the conversation that I assume conversation. Maybe I was just dreaming up bullshit. I don't know. But if I was, then it was about stuff I know nothing about. But it seemed like it was elves that, like her companions, her fellow elves, his fellow elves, its fellow elves, whatever they are.
It would matter if you have the chance to speak again. If they're all elves, or if just this one is an elf. It give me insight.
It can try. Breathe. Just gotta look down at her side.
Yes.
Oh. Last night I had a conversation with you, and there was talk of others that are binded. Are all of the binded elves?
Yes. Lesser species are incapable.
Okay. And are they all swords, or are they bound to other things?
They took the forms that were appealing to them.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're not all sword people.
They're not all warriors.
Okay, perfect. That is much more information than I expected. She'll look a little uneasy and then look over at Trestius. All elves and bound into different things because not everyone is a warrior. Or they weren't all warriors, but they bound themselves to things that appealed to them, so for all I know, we're gonna find a glowing tree. I've got no clue.
It does make some sense. 1 second. Chris, does this book have a fucking gem in it?
It does not.
Oh, good. Okay.
Or an index? Is there an index at the back?
But I would like to do a lore roll about particularly bind magic. Which is a level 3 spell general spell I don't have.
You can cast it dangerously.
No, I just want to know that it exists.
Please no.
Or blood magic bind soul. This book would know about it. I'm just trying to get a gist of how this binding magic would work.
Yeah. You're not sure. None of the magic you're aware of does such a thing. You are aware that very old, very powerful elves can basically adopt a new form.
Yeah, they can kind of change their whole shape and whatnot, right?
Yeah, it takes them quite a long while, and only the oldest elves are capable of it. But yeah, one day when Trustius is thousands of years old, he'll be able to do it.
Perfect. I mean, that's only 500 years from now.
Only.
Halfway there.
It's like tomorrow.
And we go through like a solid day and a half every session. So
Yeah. So
when Chris is running this game in like 60 years
In the old folks' home.
in the old folks' home.
but as you guys are having a conversation and walking along, you don't spot much in the way of game until after you've been out in the woods for a couple of hours, kind of talking stuff. You see a lone little bunny rabbit kind of pop its head up, twitch its nose at you.
Yeah, fuck off.
The nerve. This is not a certain
Something.
squirrel.
Yeah.
something.
I'll try to hit it.
Oh no, please allow me.
So you need either a hunting trap, which you don't have, or a missile weapon.
I have a longbow.
There you go.
I will let Trustius try, and I don't know what I can do to help with a bow, but
Not much, really.
yeah,
This
okay.
is the squirrel.
I'll
Or
I'll
was
pick up
just
a leaf and hold it out toward the rabbit and try to distract
rabbit.
it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Straight
Yeah,
up,
we're not.
Chris.
So it's a marksmanship roll.
Okay. I'm okay with it.
So yeah, so you sight in this rabbit, thwack. Arrow catches him.
I'll get roll for ammo, right?
Yeah.
Damn it.
So
We're doing well already.
right,
Was Anita rolling? Oh, there it is.
No, not me this time. Just my dice.
so yeah, after after a couple hours and many arrows, you finally come back with this rabbit.
That'll
Down
feed
to one
one.
arrow.
That'll feed one of us.
We're gonna have stew. Really watery stew. With nothing but rabbit and a couple of leaves tossed in.
So the rabbit is 2 meat and 1 pelt.
2 meat, 1 pelt. Can any of us carry that?
How much is
I
away? I can drop a rock.
I should be able to, because I'm carrying one less food and one less water now.
Oh, no. Any food and any water weighs the same.
Ah,
So what do these things weigh?
1 sec.
where's the...
Can't we build a box to keep stuff in this cave?
Oh, you can
Oh,
leave it here in the cave.
I have I can carry like 2 pounds of stuff. Or to whatever unit of measurement.
Right, because we trained you all in that talent.
I actually did learn how to properly pack my gear.
There you go.
So basically, the meat is a light item and the pelt is a light item.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good.
Yeah, we could even get a second one and we'd be fine. You know, if we had managed to see any more of them.
I hear squirrels are good eating.
Oh, that little fucker gets close enough. He's going straight into the pot.
Well,
Well,
Goldie
good.
sleeps.
We got food, so we'll head back.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys get back. Okatai, what were you training in?
I'm channeling my recent emotion. I'm training for Berserker.
Oh, okay. So that is a wits roll then.
Yep. Trying to make something out of this. Just wait.
Nicely done.
Perfect. So yeah, so you spend the day, probably helping Ryzen with his melee fighting as well. I mean, he's got some anger to work out. You've got some anger to work out.
Glad you do.
He starts trying to bite me. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's an interesting talent.
It is.
Chris, how do I get it on my character sheet?
Get what on your character sheet?
The meat. And the pelt.
Trade goods wouldn't. Well, one would be trade goods, I think.
Well, I have it up here in the little journal. The items
You can drag
directory.
it.
Yep.
It's just not.
Yep. Just drag it to your sheet.
What the hell? Yeah, I think I need to get a new mouse soon. Okay, there we go. For some reason, it's under dropped, but I can move that.
Yeah,
There we
everything
go.
goes dropped, and basically it's set up in such a way. If you end up being over encumbered, up by the little weight thing on your gear tab,
Mm-hmm.
if you just drop the down arrow, you can use a fast action to drop your backpack.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
All right. Round over the, just after lunchtime, Tressius and Desi come back with this measly little rabbit hanging from their belt. Okatai and Risen look like they've had a good workout in the morning. Kaldi is getting up from his nap.
Means you should be able to rest there, Trev, to get that one wits back.
Yep.
Yeah, I did. I clicked her.
Interesting.
That's not a good thing.
So Desi and Trustius, as you guys are on your way back, and Okatai and Ryzen and Kaldi, you guys will experience this as well. You're just in like different locations when it happens.
Mhm.
So at first, almost imperceptibly, the sounds around you, the sounds of the jungle, start to muffle just a bit. And then all of you feel the hair on the backs of your neck start to stand on edge.
Sorry, is that including me and Trustius?
Yes,
Okay,
you guys are not back yet. You guys are on your way back.
gotcha.
And then you notice this this kind of crimson tinged fog start to kind of creep around your ankles.
Oh, that can't be good.
That's
No,
everybody?
I don't suppose it is.
Yeah, everybody
Okay.
notices this
Okay.
because it kind of covers an area.
Yep. That can't be good.
Lightning storm?
And Caldy's still.
Like it.
Stuff a rag in Cody's mouth so he doesn't like breathing. Actually, that's not gonna help with the nose either. So
It's a big nose.
yeah.
That goblin's Guyverson.
Can I do a lore check to see what this might be?
Yes, absolutely you can.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind doing that myself.
Does Storm's magic trigger?
So if I don't push, I don't lose. I don't take damage, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm not gonna push this.
I'm not pushing that either.
Okay.
Well, I am. That didn't help.
Right. So Ryzen
Would
Okatai.
Would that be considered a natural phenomenon?
It is not.
Okay, so I will not use my pride on this.
You guys, you're thinking about this, and you look, and there's definitely a crimson tinge to this mist, and it's starting to swirl around your feet, kind of like, it's making its way, kind of creeping through the cave as well, just like this billowing crimson fog, and it's getting thicker, and it's starting to like rise up, and you can feel your extremities starting to go slightly numb. I need everybody to give me an insight check.
Even me?
Even you.
Oh, this is gonna go. This is gonna be so bad.
Insight? Okay.
Does the sword have any insight?
The sword's not affected.
You hear the sword go, oh
Holy
shit!
crap! I got a success. What the hell?
I rolled freaking 7 dice! For fuck's sake! Freaking hell! I'm gonna push that one.
All right.
We had a success at least.
So those of you who failed, which I think is only Okatai currently.
Yep.
You take a point of damage to your empathy. And you start to feel like as this fog kind of is over, you start to realize that if you die on this island, you're never gonna make it home. You're never gonna see home again. And then it starts to dawn on you that even if you don't die on this island, you're probably never going to see home again. You're never going to see your tribe again. And it's starting to look very bleak and hopeless.
Depression fog.
Right?
All right. Next round, what would you guys like to do?
I would like to talk to my sword.
Okay.
Breathe, there's a red fog rolling in. What is that?
Remnants of the blood mist.
Blood mist? What's a blood mist?
Trustius, what would you like to do this round?
Oh, I hate all of this. I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do that at all. How high is it?
Now it's getting up to around your thighs.
I like to climb a tree.
All right. Give me a move roll.
Move. That's agility based.
Yes, it is.
So we're not breathing this in at this point.
Correct.
I'm gonna push that, Chris.
Okay. Okay. You scamper up the tree, kind of wreck your knee a little bit climbing the tree, but you start to scamper up a tree.
Kind of wave to Desi for her to follow.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Desi was talking to her sword this round.
Yep.
Okatai, what would you like to do this round?
Getting to the fire and trying to put more stuff in it so it grows and maybe takes a bit of the fog away.
Okay. Ryzen, what would you like to do?
I would also like to go look for higher ground.
Okay. That would be a move roll. There you go. So yeah, you
Well done.
you kind of look and
Run, you short little stubby halfling.
So kind of probably. Do you want to be inside the cave or outside the cave?
I think being inside this cave is a very bad idea right now, considering it's an enclosed space. So I want to get out, climb something like a tree or something.
Perfect. Yeah, you can scamper up the the embankment that the cave is part of.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Caldy, what would you like to do?
I guess I'd like to climb a tree too.
Give me a
I succeeded my insight, right?
scouting roll at -2.
-2?
Yep.
I was scared you're going to make me roll move.
Nope. This is to see if you notice the noise, because otherwise you are still asleep.
No, I'll sleep. I'll
All
sleep
right.
through.
Uh-oh.
Perfect. So I need Desi, Okatai, and Colby to give me insight rolls.
Insight.
Yep.
Oh, that's not good. Shit. I don't trust my dice enough to push it. I'm only
Call me
rolling
with
2
8
dice.
dice on that. Unreal.
Alrighty. Those of you who failed, take a point of damage to empathy.
Now empathy broken.
So Okatai, as this mist starts to envelope you, you realize that it's futile. You may as well just sit here.
Yeah, he's gonna go into a ball next to the fire.
The fog of depression.
And Desi, you take a point of damage to empathy.
Yep.
And Trustius and Ryzen, you guys both notice, and Desi, you feel the same feeling. That it doesn't matter what you do. Like you are doomed as long as you're on this island. The curse is such that if you leave the island, you'll die. If you're on the island, you'll die, and either way, your soul is probably forfeit to this demon. There's literally nothing you can do about it. But Trustius and Ryzen, you guys see figures moving in the fog.
Figures?
Figures. They are tall and gangly looking. Coloration very similar to the fog, making them slightly difficult to see.
Are they coming towards the cave?
It looks like they're just kind of moving through the fog. Not necessarily
Okay.
towards the cave or anything. And both of you notice that their arms, at first you're like, okay. At first you're like, they're carrying weapons, they're carrying swords. But then you notice that the way they're moving, that it's actually like the lower part of their arm is just lengthened and pointy.
I mean, why not?
Okay. So how, like, when you're rotating between us, how much time? Because since we're not in rounds, how much time is elapsing right now?
Not much.
Okay.
The mist moves in very quickly.
Right. The reason I'm asking is I'm wondering, have I been outside the cave on this embankment enough to notice if like the numbness is going away?
Yes, as soon as you pull yourself up out of the mist, that feeling
Yeah.
starts to fade.
Okay.
It's almost instant, actually.
Okay.
But give me a second.
I'm just gonna yell out if I have a free action. Get out of the damn fog!
Okay. Perfect. All right. At this point, initiative actually matters.
Uh-oh. I forget, in this, do we want low or high?
You want low.
We want low, right?
Oh boy. That
I
tracks.
thought so. What did I roll? I rolled a 7, so...
Okay. I need Desi and actually Okatai can't.
Broken.
I'm going to quickly use the bathroom before whatever about it strikes. Be right back.
Okay.
The healer's broken. That's not good.
You need me to what, Chris?
Initiative, because initiative matters.
Oh. Oh dear. I need to select it.
That's what I said.
There I am. Three.
Okay, Trustius, you're up.
I'm going to trade my initiative with Ryzen. We can do that once, right?
Yep.
Because I think I'm in the safest spot. I mean, he's in a safe spot too, but he could probably do more than I can.
Right. Right. So, if Mark's back, you're up for initiative.
Oh, right. He went AFK.
Right. Well, we can come back to him anyway. Kogan. Kogan is going to pick up Okatai. Which means he needs to make an insight roll. It's a good thing he's smart for an orc.
He's rolling well.
So, fast action. So, he'll pick up Okatai and then start trying to carry him out of the fog. That's what he's doing. Desi, what would you like to do?
Do I see Caldy anywhere?
No, you guys are not at the cave. You guys are
Okay.
on your way
Gotcha.
back from hunting. It's just that the mist covers such a wide area.
Yeah.
But you do see this this gangly, blood-colored, vaguely drippy, sharp-limbed figure moving through the mist.
Oh, well, that's not good. What did Trustius do? Did he scamper up a tree?
He climbed the fuck up a tree.
And he's waving, get up the tree.
I will do likewise.
Okay.
I will trust the guy who knows what magic is.
Okay. All right. Give me a move roll.
Plus, I don't know if you heard me yell. I don't know if I was loud enough to hear, "Get out of the damn fog."
Okay. I'll say that'll be enough to wake up Caldy for sure.
Oh, good. Nice.
Yeah.
Right. Desi calls up a tree. Ryzen calls out. And Trustius and Ryzen, you guys both notice that these things are not... Like, they're moving through the fog. But they don't seem to be bothering anything that's up above the fog.
Can I do a head count? See how many I can see like that are distinct.
There are several moving through the fog. There's really only one that's in your immediate vicinity. Culdy, you have heard somebody yelling in your dream to get out of the fog.
I guess I'm rushing out and try to climb a tree.
Okay. Give me a move roll.
I knew you were going to say that.
And they're only paying attention to people who are in the fog.
I'll take it. Oh my god. I rolled 2 dice.
Yeah, they seem to they don't pay any attention even though you shout very loudly, their heads don't turn in your direction or anything.
Okay.
That one is going to move into the cave. And it is going to close with Kogan, but is not able to attack him yet. Trustius.
I mean, so we're in totally different spots here.
Yep.
Desi and I are up in trees. Is this a magical effect?
Yes.
I hate to do this.
So will we, I bet.
I'm gonna aim and shoot that thing with my bow.
Okay.
That's just marksmanship.
It is.
I'm gonna push it.
Trying to figure out what. Oh, you should have 2 extra dice. Like if you click on your longbow under combat, it'll add in the gear dice.
Didn't
No, that looks like you just rolled marksmanship, not longbow.
I don't have modifier in there for longbow. Gear.
Yeah.
I do have a longbow. It's
Yep.
equipped.
Yeah. If you go to your combat tab.
Yeah. Oh, do it from there.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Just reroll it.
Yeah. Just roll it.
Okay. I'm still gonna push it.
Yep.
Seems apt. Ooh.
So yeah, you line up a shot, and just as you get ready to fire, the mist kind of like swells, kind of startles you a bit. You like hold on, like have to keep your balance. The arrow goes wide. The string snaps into your arm. That's a very much a miss.
All right. So, power words.
Power words you can do as a fast action, I believe.
So I could break combat. Page 83. So I'm going to, if I can, use a power word for dispel magic. General spell, page 122. If I have any reason to believe I can make this go away.
It is magic. A lot of that'll come down.
To how strong it is, right?
Right.
Even if I could weaken it, that's something, right? Decrease the power level of your opponent's spell. So.
Yep. So it all depends how much willpower you want to pump into it.
Well, when Trustius spends on spells,
We all suffer.
We all suffer. Yeah. Spell magic. I'm gonna put in 4.
Okay.
I do not have an ingredient. It's not chance casting. Fingers crossed.
Oh,
Fuck.
do you have the access to the?
I do.
You have empathy?
Not anymore.
Yeah, your magic should have worked. Like, why didn't it work? What kind of sorcerer is more powerful than you are? And so you just get in like a super foul mood. The creature just continues on, pays no attention to those of you that are outside of the fog.
The spell still goes off, though, right?
It does at power level 2.
Right. So at the very least, it lowers its power level by 2,
Yes.
which might be nothing. But
It does not have any noticeable effect.
okay, yeah.
Ryzen, you've seen Caldy come running out. You saw the creature enter into the cave. Again, it very clearly doesn't pay any attention to you or Caldy once you're out of the mists.
Okay. Okay. Well, I poke a bear that doesn't seem to care right now. So I'm just going to keep observing, and I'm actually more concerned now with anything else that might show up as opposed to this thing.
Okay. So you're just kind of keeping your eyes open just in case.
Yep. Well, don't feel like poking this bear.
Right. Kogan. What's Kogan going to do? Kogan is going to try to get away from this thing. Okay. And then he is going to try to make a move roll while carrying Okatai.
Oh.
Well, the good news is he did make the first move roll, so he got away without taking an attack. But he does not manage to scramble up the tree or the outside of the cave or anything. So Caldy and Ryzen, you see Kogan come out. He is carrying, basically he's carrying Okatai, who is a very large wolfkin.
Right.
And he's basically trying to you see him try to find a place where he can put Okatai up on a ledge or something.
When I see Kogan carrying Okatai out, does this thing make an attempt to attack?
It did make an attempt to attack as they left.
Okay.
It tried
to all of wolves are in depression.
Yeah, it tried to slash out with these arm blades.
Okay.
Did I? Do I see this thing?
You saw it go in. You saw it as you were on your way out of the cave.
Right.
And it walked right by you, completely ignoring you. It did attack Kogan inside the mist.
And is that Kogan because he missed his roll? Or did Kogan miss his roll? I mean, I guess I'm intuiting here.
Yeah. He missed his climb roll. It took a swing just so you guys are aware that it will attack things in the fog.
It's attacking stuff that's not above the fog.
Correct.
Okay. Is the fog rising?
It seems to have kind of leveled off, but it is high enough that if you guys were on the ground, you and Ryzen would definitely be completely engulfed, and you're pretty sure that that Trustius and Okatai and Kogan would be fully engulfed as well. It's like a good 6, 7, maybe 8 feet of fog that you guys are above. And it is thick. It is like pea soup, but reddish colored.
So it's getting thicker?
It is getting thicker.
Okay.
Desi.
Breathe. What is blood mist?
It is the blood mist.
That doesn't tell me anything. I don't know what a blood mist is. I haven't seen it before. Yes, I know. Stupid. Yeah.
Stupid rookie.
I'm an idiot human. Yes, I know.
The blood mists are the result of dangerous magics unleashed centuries ago.
Oh, great.
They once enveloped all the land.
Huh. Has Desi noticed the things walking in it?
Yes.
What's walking? It looks like there are people in it. Kind of. Not really.
Floodlings.
Bloodlings? What are bloodlings? Yes, I know, stupid human.
Level 2.
They are creatures that hunt those who succumb to the fog.
Okay. Is there anything we can do to protect ourselves from it other than get up a tree? Can we destroy it? Or, I don't know, burn it away? Or something?
It'll pass with time.
Well, I can't become a tree creature. How much time is time?
Time.
If I could save time in a bottle.
If only
Yeah,
we could run like
that's what I'm doing.
Quicksilver right now.
I'll yell over to Trustius and tell him what the sword told me.
Bit of a thumbs up. Stay in the tree.
That you can't see.
Time is a bit vague. I'll climb up another branch.
Okay.
I don't know how much time is time. Because apparently time is meaningless to a sword.
I can't dispel it, so we'll have to wait it out. Hopefully the others are safe.
Colby, your turn.
How many of these monsters are there?
There are some moving in the distance. You can see vague shapes moving at this point, and you know that one went into the cave.
I'm staying put. Why start a fight with something that's that's ignoring me? Is there anybody still left down there?
Kogan and Okatai.
They're not in the cave though, right? They're trying to climb a tree.
Right, they've come out. They're trying to get up, but Kogan is having a hard time like climbing up. You like with Okatai as well. And you
Is it the same tree as me?
Pardon?
Is it the same tree as me?
You and Ryzen are basically climbing up the outside of the hillock that the cave is on.
Oh, okay.
Just because that would have been the closest thing to you.
Hey, if they were there to give me for me to reach down and help pull up, assist in a roll, I'll do that. But
Okay,
I'm not
perfect.
attacking anything, and I'm not going down and get them.
Perfect. You can make a might roll with a +1.
That's still 2 + 1.
Yep.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Oh, God. Poor old Oak Deck.
Alright. Again, this other one it moves
I got
out of
2
the
strength
cave.
before I die. I'm not wasting one on that roll.
So yeah, it moves and it closes with the Kogan, but isn't quite fast enough to attack him. Trustius.
Am I well above the fog?
Yeah, you and Desi are very much above the fog. It
don't
looks like it's
see-
about 7-8 feet.
I don't see any reason to attack the thing.
Okay.
After seeing one fairly up close, can I do a lore roll or something?
Yes.
Can I use the book?
No.
Okay. I didn't really want to anyway, so it's a great answer. Take that.
So yes, you've heard of these. These are demons.
Oh,
They are gaseous in nature. but they can solidify. They're You've heard that the mist is part of the demons, but you've also heard that the mist creates the demons. What is known is that these creatures hunt the mists. So when somebody basically falls victim to the mist, enters into the mist, the demons will gather and attack them, chopping off their heads, gutting them, chopping them into pieces, and eating them. As an elf, you would be aware that centuries ago there was this big war, and at the end of the war there was like this tear ripped open to some plain, and the blood mist covered everything for generations, for 300 years. And they have only recently dissipated, but there are still patches here and there.
Yeah, you probably lived through that, actually.
Yeah, and when the mists were there, like, nobody left their homes. Like, whatever village you were in when the mist settled, you stayed there for 300 years.
Oh, like the core game.
Yep.
Ah, I gotcha. Okay. He'll yell over to Desi, and we have to stay out of the mist. We're safe here. Ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know how fast this goes away? Any
Comes and
idea?
goes as it chooses. I'm not sure, but irregardless, if we fall into the mist, we're doomed.
Yeah,
So
dead.
stay in your tree.
I
So Trustius and Desi, you guys are safe. Like, the creature near you will just wander off.
Yep.
Ryzen, what would you like to do, if anything? Or are you just happy to...
I am waiting this out.
Okay.
I got no reason to go anywhere, and as long as those things don't attack me, I'm not I'm not going to poke those bears.
Right. Well, Kogan is going to try to pass Okatai up to either you or Kuldi.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very strong, but I'll take them if I can. Or between the two of us.
Alright, that's Okatai up. And then... Oh no. Oh no. So he gets Kogan gets Okatai up, basically up to like the little shelf that you're on there, Ryzen.
Yep.
Does he is safe? Kuldi.
Guess I'll. I don't know. Should I help Kogan or should I take a ping at whatever tries to reach the Kogan to distract it? I think I will be more successful if I try to bounce a rock off one of the thing's head if it goes for Kogan.
Okay. You make a sling attack roll.
It's marksmanship, right? Let me see what that talent does now. One. Attack rolls are modified by +1 when you use a thrown weapon or a sling. Plus, I just marked my marksmanship up to 2.
Perfect. And you'd actually have just a second. I'm trying to get your sling onto your.
Oh, my bar.
There we go. Yeah, you let go with this, and your stone passes right through the creature with no effect.
Okay, well, there you go. We learned something.
Oh. Oh, poor Kogan.
was a good orc while it lasted.
Oh no!
All right. So yeah, Caldy, you fire off this sling at it. It goes right through it, and you see like it pulls back this like arm blade, and then like both arm blades and jabs both of them into Kogan's chest, and they come out the back. And you're pretty sure you see part of a spine on it.
Uh-oh.
And he pulls them out. Oof. All right. And as it pulls it out, there's like this gush of blood. Some of it probably like splatters near you. And you can see blood just pumping out of Kogan's right arm. He miraculously is still standing. He kind of he kind of grits his teeth. He kind of like he stumbles for a bit, gets up to his feet, and you see like this look in his eyes, like you fucker. That would take us around to Ryzen.
I'm just having a chat conversation. If he's close enough to me, who's the one who's damaged because whose empathy broken?
Okatai is like out of it.
Okay. Am I close enough to Okatai to use my? Is it him or which is it? Him, I think that I can heal 1 point of attribute damage.
You absolutely
if I
are.
spend a willpower. Okay, if I'm close enough, I will do that.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. I spend a willpower for that.
Perfect. So Okatai, this song reaches through your kind of like homesickness and depression and kind of snaps you out of it.
It's a dirty limerick or something.
And you're like, right, Ryzen. Despite the feelings of despair that overwhelmed you, hearing this halfling dirty limerick kind of pierce your mind, has snapped you a little bit out of your head. You have 1 point of empathy left.
Not back to reality.
There you
Too bad I can't do that to myself when I'm hurt.
go. But you can roll some initiative there, Okatai, because that might be important. Nice. So I'll say, even though you got a 1, which would mean actually somebody could switch with you. So like if Caldy wanted to switch with you, or if Desi wanted to switch with you, they certainly could.
I don't know how much you guys got.
So just that way you would go before the demon gets to you.
Switch with Desi. Because we're not in any kind of danger, right?
Nope. I'll change with whoever.
Okay, perfect. So that'll put Okatai on 3. So Okatai, you're up. You and Kogan both.
Is Kogan more in need of damage points or more in need of getting a wound healed?
His severed arm artery will kill him eventually.
Oh, his arm got severed?
No, just the artery. The arm is hanging there.
Oh.
He will die in no more than like 6 minutes.
Okay. So I have time to cast it again.
Oh,
go with
Chris, sorry. Go ahead. I'll ask my question after you're done.
I'm just casting healing hands on Kogan to try to heal him his strength back so he can survive this.
Okay.
Maybe get to safety.
He's actually at full strength
Oh,
because he is an orc. He could use a boost to his agility so he can make a move roll.
Yep, I can heal agility too with healing hands. I'll do that.
Perfect. So yeah, his agility of 1 is not doing him any favors currently.
What is his solo agility?
Sorry? He's down 2 agility.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Perfect.
Lay on the throne for that.
All right. He is going to try to get himself up out of this mess.
Oh, he did.
The Bloodling does get an attack at him as it goes. Oh, no successes though. So as he kind of like gets out of the way, starts to pull himself up on the rock. You see this thing? It basically puts up both of its blade arms and then just like starts spinning around chaotically. Everything in that area gets like would get hit if any of you guys were down there. Kogan is like, oh shit, kind of hauls himself up with like one-handed, his like left arm like hanging there like by basically like bone. But you guys are all out of the mist, and the Bloodlings leave.
I'm gonna mend the wound immediately on Kogan.
Okay.
So he doesn't bleed out.
Okay.
How does that work? Do I need much success to do it? Was that a lethal injury?
It is a lethal injury.
Power level 2 should be enough.
Yep. So you guys are kind of like, and you guys like you wait on this. You know, the fog does start to dissipate after like 10-15 minutes. It starts to like get thinner and thinner. It doesn't seem to rise much above that like kind of 8-foot mark. And then it slowly starts to dissipate and slowly starts to lessen. And as it does, you can see these creatures that are moving through the mist just kind of like almost fold into the mist as it dissipates.
Thank you, Risen, for helping me snap out of it. I was gone. I heard your voice through the mist.
Dizzy, perhaps we should get back to the rest. See if they're all right.
Yes. That was strange. Never seen that before.
For your time, I think.
It said it once, the sword said, as she climbs down, that it covered all the land once.
For time. Some people made poor decisions.
It mentioned it was bad magic.
All magic is bad magic.
Looks down at her sword, looks over at his book. I'll keep that in mind.
And he'll kind of meet your eyes and nod. Like, sadly nod.
Yeah. All right. Yes, let's get this sad little rabbit back to the. Although, better the rabbit with us than with the mist. Oh, Desi's gonna look around. Does it look like there are any, like, she'll keep an eye out on the way home? Does it look like there's any dead animals on the ground? Or bones that...
There are pieces of dead animals.
Huh. That explains why hunting's so rough. I mean, you'd expect there aren't many people here, there should be more hunting available, but not if that rolls through and eats it instead.
We've survived. It's fine. Let's check on the others concerned.
Mm.
Just after lunchtime, everybody kind of reconvenes. The mist has dissipated. As the mist dissipates, it takes the rain with it.
Oh, good. This is what happens when Caldy complains about the rain.
Did it come with the rain, Chris?
No. No, it started raining sometime like around 3 o'clock in the morning, and the fog didn't roll into like 11.
I was just saying if there was a correlation there.
No, there's not. But yes, the two of you arrive back. The three of you that are there see Desi and Trustius come back with their little rabbit hanging from their belt.
Nice rabbit.
Thanks. Did a mist roll through here? Did it get foggy?
Sure did.
In a red sort of way?
Yeah. And Trustius and Desi, you guys would notice there is like this like spray of blood all over like the wall near the cave entrance.
Whose is that? And she'll look at Caldy.
That's our orc friend.
Did he live through it?
Shockingly, yes.
It'll take more than getting impaled by a iron blade thing to kill an orc.
Good to know.
Yeah, really, yeah, if you run into orcs and you get into a fight with an orc, it takes a lot to put us down.
I don't get in a fight with anybody.
So you have me for.
That's what I have her for.
Is there something we should aim for if we happen to get in a fight with orcs? Other than the usual, like, beheading kills pretty much anything.
That's about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, this arm here, if Okatai didn't fix it, probably would have killed me in a bit. But yeah, a wounded orc is really just a dangerous orc.
An unwounded orc is also a dangerous orc.
Yeah, but when we're wounded, we're more pissed off.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, I kind of feel the same way.
But yeah, I saw that Okatai here wasn't doing too well with the fog, so I've got him out, got him to safety. He seemed a little out of it, but then Ryzen told one of his poems there, and stopped.
Is that what we're calling them? Poems? Really?
That's what I'm calling it. It rhymed.
Okay. All right, that's. I guess that's the only qualifier, really.
So yeah, so glad you guys are safe. We're all good here.
Good, good.
His eyes a bit glazed over. He's next to the fire and poking the flame with a little stick.
Look down at Caldy.
We got a rabbit. Would you like some fresh food?
We can cook it. Oh, it's probably better than yet cooking it though.
Can you make leather straps, Oktai? Can you make leather? I guess would be the first step.
I think just to turn some of the fur into leather, so we should have a bit.
If
I
you could turn,
can take some time.
if between the two of you, you could turn it into some kind of cording that I could use to tie the sword into its scabbard or onto my belt, so that it takes me longer to pull it out, I would appreciate it. And you probably would too at some point.
I'll get to work right away. And you should share your story about the sword with the rest.
Yeah, I should.
All I know is the sword is magic and somebody's stuck in it.
Yes, there seems to be an elf in the sword. She, he, it, is upset about crimes, that were crimes according to some kind of authority as opposed to crimes against nature. So if you committed any, don't tell me. Don't talk about it when I'm within earshot. Things will go badly.
How does he feel
Yeah.
about people purging their sentence?
I'm not sure, but the fellow in the sack died because he was a criminal, and I didn't know anything about it. But if you've done something that is crime-like, then don't tell me
Well,
that either.
yeah, but that could be completely subjective depending on where that elf is from.
Well, I don't know, and I have no way of finding out until maybe tonight.
The
It
elf's name
is
is Justice. I
the
don't
sword.
believe it cares.
The sword's name is Justice. The elf had a different name.
Wraith, yes. It's the same word, depending on the language.
That's the sword. The elf was, and she'll kind of squint, think. The elf was named Andra.
Hmm.
Andra, yeah, that feels right. I dreamt about her, him, it last night. So take this with as much salt as you need. It mentioned that the souls here on the island are somehow owed to or bound to the flayed one. It mentioned that there are others like it, and that justice is a theme with this one. But it also mentioned that if we find all of them, then the binding, and she'll kind of air quotes it, can be broken. They can break it. How? Not a clue. Didn't tell me. I actually fell asleep or started dreaming about something else at that point.
Are they all swords?
No. And I asked that today before the fog of doom rolled through. Not everyone was a warrior, so not everyone is a sword. They have forms that appeal to them in some way. I don't know what the determining factor was there, but forms that appealed to them. So Trestius's book is not one of them. We know that.
They'll all have gems.
They will all have gems, yes, because that's apparently what these souls look like, or something.
Well, if this place is a feeding ground for Jakuz, probably mean that someone in the Empire knows about it and is feeding it, like a cultist or something. They're not sending people here by accident, if that is the case.
Probably not. No.
Because they send people here that are sentenced to perpetuity that they could just kill. It's probably not a coincidence.
There's
Hey,
another problem. I've raised the dead here. I've pulled souls back into bodies. If everyone that dies here goes into Jacol's court or wherever, you'd be aware of them being pulled away. We'll know that we're here.
Maybe that's why the mist rolled in.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's quite that sudden, but
Well, now that it's not foggy red foggy. Anyhow, maybe your book says something about it, or I can try asking the Knot Sword tonight, because the Knot Sword is certainly more talkative. That's why I want the leather to try to piece bond it so that it takes me a little longer to pull it. And it should make the trip to the village really interesting.
We couldn't find a way to harness this fog and send it into the village.
I mean, it might have already been there. Who knows?
True. Maybe it's on its way there now. I don't know. I don't know what direction it's going.
When
let's
we were
hope that
coming,
it hasn't. This mist is terrible. I've spent a century living with its existence.
you what?
It's a force of nature. It's something that's existed for a very long time. Before you were born, I think. Most of you are very young. Not leave your homes. Small communities, barely able to move. Hard to find food. It's a blessing
Yeah.
that it's dispersed, but
When we were walking back here, I noticed there are small animal bones and such. Not, little bloody messes. I'm guessing they were animals that didn't make it out of the mist, which would explain why hunting is so hard here. I mean, deer can't exactly climb trees.
Don't trust the one who do.
Pardon?
Don't trust the one who do.
Yeah, if I see a deer climbing a tree, I'm either going to run away or also climb a tree, because whatever got it in the tree is undoubtedly going to terrify me too.
my best guess is that the red fog is moving on its own will, in its own way. Not directed, but remnants of magic gone awry centuries ago. We should continue to plan and act as normal, but now being forewarned of what to do if we see it again.
Yeah,
Well,
something to
if
keep an eye out.
if we were planning to go to the village before their rituals, we had 2 days to spare before we needed to leave for that. And since we didn't leave this morning, we have 1 day to spare.
We should go as soon as possible. Are you coming with us? And she'll look at their orc friend.
I can. I can stay here and watch the cave. I can go with you. Whichever.
Yeah, I should stay and watch the cave.
I was just wondering how able you are to walk and fight.
Just like I got up this morning. I think I almost severed my spine. Ugh.
Thought I saw pieces of spine.
Yeah, that sounds just like you woke up this morning.
They'll grow back.
I mean, yeah, kind of, but
You learn to live with the pain.
Put everything back where it belonged.
Yeah, your friend here is really good at that. But yeah. If you need me to go with you, I can. If you need me to stay here and watch the cave, that's fine. Me and Lucius and I have a rapport going on.
He's great, isn't he?
that is not the word. That is not the word at all. But I mean, hey, keep fattening him up.
Out of nowhere, a little acorn like comes and bounces off of Desi's head.
Hey, fucker. I'm sure somebody here knows a recipe for squirrel stew.
Chitter, 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 chitter.
Lucius! My man! I better not get attached. Could die in a magical accident or something.
No, that's the anklet that dies, not the squirrel.
If the squirrel's dying, it's because I'm eating it. She'll kind of give it a glare.
Oh, be nice.
I am nice.
I'm
I'd
picturing the
suggest
end of
that I
this
can-
camp. Sorry,
I'd
go ahead.
suggest that I can kill your squirrel, but I'm not sure what your sword would think about that.
Yeah, let's not push our luck.
But Okatai is right. We're running out of time.
We are. We should get going.
Playing with the fire.
It'd be interesting to see or learn how these demons that I saw in the fields are connected to the flayed one, if they're connected at all.
Right. So you guys are gonna head out at lunchtime?
Yeah, how
Sounds-
far away are we?
It's through the jungle, so you're like two and a half days.
Oh
Didn't think
shit!
it was that
Are
far.
we behind schedule?
We have 2 days to spare in the schedule. We already spent part of this one.
Yeah. So yeah, assuming nothing untoward happens, you guys will be getting to the village like the day of the first night of the full moon.
Time to book it.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of it depends. I mean, you do have the option for forced marching as well, so you can go extra space, but...
Looking at the Isle of Dread map, can we hit a new hex on the way? I don't think so. I think we tried that trick already.
Yeah, you're pretty... you could actually... You could head like due east, and then
north.
and then north. Basically into some open terrain and then into the forest. It'll speed up your travel a little bit.
That sounds good.
It's worth the XP. I know it's a threat to slow us down, but
The more you know,
Well-
the more we know about our surrounding, the better it is.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, is Kogan staying with you, or is he staying here at the cave?
I'm thinking he comes with, but it's up to those guys.
Probably more effective in a combat than I would be.
It'd be nice to have someone else who knows how to use a shield and a sword. Or at the very least, a sword.
We need to find him a sword, though.
Yeah, he doesn't have a sword or a shield.
Oh, what's he been fighting with?
My staff, and I have a spare spear for him. If he needs it.
Okay, that'll do.
Yeah, he's got a staff and he's carrying a couple of Ryzen's throwing knives.
Good.
Kogan's also like, couldn't we like grab something to eat on the way too?
Is he out of food?
He is out of food.
Oh.
Oh, I'll give him food. Yeah, I'll drop a dice for food. Give him a dice.
Perfect. He will eat that right away then to get rid of his hunger.
Oh, look, he only ate half of it.
He did. Yeah, he was out of food this morning, but he didn't want to say anything because you guys seemed concerned about things.
His arm's hanging off. He doesn't want to complain about being hungry.
Gotta love orcs.
Fucking orcs.
All right. So you guys head off to the east, knowing that there's like some open terrain there. There is actually a like a little pathway that goes through that hex and heads north towards the village. That's the village that the people of Tenora or Tenero take up to the swamps to grab the tar and the pitch for their defenses. So there is actually a path, roadway that circles around that you might be able to. You don't know exactly where it goes or how close it goes to the village. But I'm going to need somebody to lead the way and somebody to keep watch.
I
Mostly
assume
doing
Mokai,
scouting?
you're leading the way?
Someone is better than me right now. I have one wits left, so that's 4 dice on lead the way.
Lead the way. What role is that?
Survival.
Survival.
Okay.
My pool's 4 currently.
I got 5 wits and 1 survival, so that's 6.
Yep.
Better
And
than
higher
me.
than I think everybody else.
The last time I tried this, though, I got almost eaten by a crocodile.
Almost.
Almost.
I lost a finger.
Almost.
Ah,
Don't put
it'll
your finger
grow
in his
back.
mouth.
The orc's bitch glares at me and rolls his eyes.
Yeah. I lost a finger.
So
Just-
survival roll?
So we'll need someone
Scouting
to
roll.
keep watch. If it's not Colby, we'll need someone else to keep watch.
What am I rolling?
You're going to roll survival for leading the way, and I'm going to need somebody to keep watch.
Which is what?
Scouting.
I'm a 3 for scouting.
I'm 3.
I'm at 2 right now.
I'm a 6 for both, but I can't do both.
I'm a 1
And-
right now.
What's your scouting, Okatai?
I'm a 1 right now.
Oh, I will keep watch because
I
we're all
have
threes.
I have 1 whip left. The
Can
fog
I
destroyed me.
can I help Trustius keep watch?
No, it's whoever's the best or whoever you elect.
All right.
I'll take my dice over yours. And I know
yeah.
I should have said that out loud, but
All right.
It is kind of tempting fate.
So it's going to be a survival roll from Culdy and a scouting roll from Trustius.
wow, solid 3 dice.
If I push that, am I guaranteed 2 damage?
You would be 1 damage, but you succeeded, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
2
wasn't me.
damage is yep.
Sorry, I thought I hit Trustius. I was reading Trustius. I was thinking it was mine.
I'm actually going to push that, Chris.
Okay.
Really should. No, it's willpower. I mean, willpower is magic power.
All right. So you guys kind of lead out from the cave, and you know that somewhere to your east there's like some open terrain, some like hilly plains, and the pathway that goes from the initial village up to the swamps. You were warned not to follow the road all the way to the end, because that's where the Saurian village is. Which is why you guys stayed along to the coast and found the owlbear cave. But now you're like, yeah. But the early afternoon passes uneventfully. And you guys can get another hex in during this quarter day. You can get another hex before evening falls. It's just a question if you want to head into the jungle or whether you want to follow the pathway.
I think we need to go into the jungle if we want to get to the village.
I think so too.
Welcome to the jungle, baby. We got fun and games.
So you're following along the roadway?
No, I think we're gonna beeline it.
Gonna beeline it into the jungle? Okay.
I think.
I mean, the road could go around the jungle and to the village, but we're not sure of that.
I think the timing though works out that since we gain the extra hex, we should be all right.
Yep, gaining the extra hex does make a difference.
By the way, Desi, did you take a bit of the trophy on the big boy so you can ask for money when you get to the village?
Oh. I will before we go.
Just reminding you of your plan.
Yep.
Perfect. Since you've been to this hex before, you don't need to do a lead the way, but somebody does need to give me a scouting roll.
I'll make that scouting roll.
That would be
Perfect. So you get out into the open for a bit, spend like the better part of the afternoon in pretty pleasant surroundings. It's not bug infested, it's not rainy, it's not foggy, there's a little road to walk on. It's probably the most pleasant you've been in like a week or better. And then like, oh, we should head into the jungle again now. And as soon as you kind of like get like that first like 15 feet into the jungle and the trees kind of close in behind you, and then you're like swatting at the mosquitoes, and the humidity in here just seems to go up considerably over the plains. And you're like, oh yeah, this is not pleasant.
This is the thing.
Whose dumbass idea was this?
Mine.
But
good enough for me.
you do make some good distance into the jungle. before you start to get a little bit tired. You do have the option. You could push on and probably get to the village by nightfall.
I think we have to, right? Or do we have the day?
It really
Have
depends.
another day.
Yeah, you will have another day at least. Like hitting the open space and taking the advantage there really cut down your travel time significantly.
Would be better if we could sleep if we have time.
I agree.
Technically, the full moon starts tomorrow night. I'm not in my mind to make plans, but full moon is not tonight, it's tomorrow.
No, you can look up though, and you can see that it is nearly full.
If we get to the village tonight, I'm not killing anyone.
Probably better
I think
to
we should rest.
sleep in the forest as opposed to the town, I would think, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
But we were
Feel
all
comfortable sleeping in town anyway.
Chris, can I tell from like a magic user wizard type that we have a day to play with?
You can make a lore roll or a survival roll.
I'll use lore.
The rest of me, I cannot guess why.
Well, I might do survival. I am really beat up. Oh my god.
I felt
good
very
lord.
harassed.
Oh, thank you.
So you kind of look up, and judging from the phase of the moon, you would guess that this is the 17th of spring rise. So basically, kind of the first month of spring. So you're like the 17th or so of March, give or take. And the full moon is around the 20th. So basically, you'll have tomorrow, the day after, and then the full moon, because getting that open space shaved time off.
I think we have some time, and if we'd prefer to rest here, make a camp.
Yeah, I think that's our best bet. Sleep now. Walk tomorrow. That way everyone will hopefully be healed up from the blood mists.
Do we want to get ready for a fight tomorrow, or do we want to just rest?
We left.
To get ready for a fight.
I plan to do it by resting.
My preparation takes a little more time and has dangers involved, as we've seen.
Just keep that away from me.
I will. But I could fuel my magic before bed, or I could have the Death Knight join us. I don't want to cause alarm more than I have. It's cost me a home already. And there's no other home here, so I'll leave it up to you.
When Justice says it's us in the morning, Okatai is going to glare at him.
And Trustius, of course, is looking at his feet the entire time, right? Just very obsequious.
Okatai is depressed and tired, but it takes absolutely time to glare at him when he says that.
Just as a note, without the Ankylosaur, you guys don't have the Death Knight. None of you guys had the space to carry the body around.
Oh, I thought I had it. Didn't I jigger? Yeah, no, I have the Death Knight bones.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I do, yeah.
Okay. I thought he was on the Yankee because you guys didn't have the carry capacity.
No, we did a whole bunch of juggling just so I could do that.
Okay.
We learned backwards since then.
Them bones, them crazy bones. Alright, so I need somebody to give me a survival roll to set up camp.
So this is evening?
This is evening.
That's still me.
I think so.
Okay, perfect. Get a camp set up. Is anybody else doing anything during the evening?
I don't know if I've gotten permission or not.
I might scroll while I'm waiting.
I'm sort of focused on the village right now, so I think I'm just going to rest. Unless people want me to do a watch or do something else, like, I don't know, scavenge or forage or something.
I'll forage so that the sword and I aren't here while Trustius does whatever Trustius needs to do.
Okay.
I'm writing parchment. I think it's a lower roll.
It is a lore roll to make a scroll, yeah.
I'm not making that then. My wit is damaged.
Maybe after you've gotten a good night's sleep.
Yep. Trying to make that time useful, but nope, not like that.
Alright. So Kaldi's making camp. I assume Ryzen is keeping watch.
Yep.
Okay. Okatai, are you going to rest right now, or are you going to wait till the camp is set up?
I'm gonna try to rest right now.
Okay. Desi is going foraging.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm better at it than I was hunting earlier.
So that's a survival roll at -2.
You got this.
So what you're saying is that it's a survival roll at 1.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Springtime and
-2.
yes.
As I'm walking along, I will look for streams and places to fish, just in case.
Okay. So when you're foraging, you can forage for herbs and vegetables, or you can forage for water, which would be a stream or whatever.
Okay, and then it would be a second roll to actually use the fishing line and hook that I borrowed from someone.
Yep.
I will look for a source of water.
Okay.
I know there's water somewhere in this area because of the encounter that we had underground. Or at least I strongly suspect there's water in the area. So yeah, I'll see if there's a spot where I can fish.
Okay.
So what roll was that?
Survival at -2. Actually, sorry, -1.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, and that's because it's dark.
No. Yeah, I'm not pushing that. My primary reason for doing this was to be out of the camp, so away from Trustius. It is crimes against nature.
Perfect. So
So judgy.
I'll get a scouting roll from Ryzen and an endurance roll from Okatai.
Well,
Oh.
I'm not sleeping.
Holy shit!
You're sleeping next shift though.
Jeez.
Do you have that much?
Exactly that, right?
You're unconscious anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, he has
Yep.
exactly that
Yep.
much because it's how many dice he rolled.
Yeah. At this point,
Holy shit!
Okatai, you've been up for at this point for like 24 hours, or pretty close to it. You know you've had some mental issues today, and it's just been a draining day. And you just collapse in a heap. Trustius, what are you doing this quarter day?
I'm actually going to try to use my tenor tell
Okay.
because Desi wants a piece of leather.
Okay. So that's a crafting roll.
And she's the only one that likes me, so. I will absolutely take that.
Perfect. So you can turn a D6 pelts into leather.
I think we only have 2, but I'll roll the dice. Cannot convert. Why cannot I not do that?
What, it gave you an error message?
Yeah, it's saying type error cannot convert undefined or null object, and I'm just hitting the D6 like we normally do.
It might be. Do you have your token selected? Probably not.
Nope.
So if you
Just roll D6 if you want.
if you open your character sheet,
Okay.
up at the very top by the rest button, there's a little roll button.
Okay. Just put 1.
Yep, just put 1 into base dice.
Must be a conflict or something.
I think it's because of the way the party token is set up.
Okay. So it's 5.
Yep. So yeah, you can turn your 2 pelts into 2 pieces of leather.
There we go. I just want to point out that there's like 4 terrible decisions I could have done, but this one was pretty safe.
So as evening turns into night, Okatai is still sound asleep. Basically, you pass out from exhaustion, but also because you failed the endurance roll, you don't actually get any rest that quarter day, so you're going to be sleeping through the night as well.
Yep.
But the camp is built. Nothing untoward happens. Desi comes back at, like midnight-ish. Desi, you did find a couple of, like, potatoes.
Oh, nice. They can go in the pot with the rabbit. Providing there's enough rabbit to go in the pot. I don't know. I think what happened to Okatai was untoward.
I mean, this guy's been awake for 4 days.
Yeah. Getting kind of nasty.
Nighttime. Who's doing what?
I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
I'll keep watch.
Okay.
I will sleep.
I need to rest.
Okay.
Okatai is gonna get smothered with a pillow if he doesn't decide to sleep.
Which I sleep and Caldy is keeping watch.
We'll get the orc to knock him out.
Okatai has no choice but to sleep.
Good.
Right,
He's not even moving into bed. He fell asleep in a ball and that's it.
Just
16
falls
hours
over
later.
where he is.
Coldy, you can give me a scouting roll.
This would be a terrible roll to mess up.
Every time I scout and nobody's up staying up with me, I end up wandering off somewhere.
Yeah. God damn it.
I gotta push it.
Oh,
Well, there we go.
Nice.
That only affects my scouting, lore, survival, and insight, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Only.
Except you're
All the
on
great
watch
fighter
and
always
you
won.
failed to roll.
My manipulation's still off the charts.
You'll have to manipulate your way out of whatever trouble you're about to get into.
All right.
We're about to get into because I didn't see shit.
Okay. So,
Fair.
the evening passes seemingly without incident.
Woohoo!
Seemingly.
Seemingly without incident.
It's not reassuring at all.
Does that mean we can hit the rest button?
Yes, everybody can hit the rest button. Except,
Alright.
except for
Really
Let win.
suspicious right now.
except for Caldy.
I'm spending 3 XP right now.
All right.
See, nothing bad happened.
Yeah, nothing bad happened.
Other than I woke up and I'm still on this island.
That we know of.
That is not my experience in this game.
No, thankfully I rolled random encounter for the night and it came up no encounter. You guys have had a rough couple of days, so I didn't want to throw something at you unless the dice said throw something at them.
Hey, extra, all right?
I posted what I thought was coming in the island chat.
Uh-oh.
The Xeno Sith.
But morning comes.
Ew.
Daylight come and we wanna go home.
If I wake up and stretch, everything cracks. On what did I sleep?
And,
Oh
and
my
the
God, my
biggest
back.
yawn in the world, right?
Everybody can roll for their food and water.
That ain't good.
Love, hate this game.
Really low on food.
I'm out of food. But I still have water.
So
Yeah, well,
Kogan is out of water.
I can share water, but I'm out of food.
I will give Kogan a water.
I will give coconut water as well.
I will not give Kogan a water. We're doing some rationing here.
Yeah, it looks like Caldy's out of food. Desi's out of food.
Yep.
oh jeez.
Yep, I am.
And water's low, so
Water's low.
we have to take this town and get established, or we have to just like back off. Well, we can't back off. There's not enough time.
There's There's
We
that.
have a couple of potato and meat that people can eat raw. We don't cook it. That allows you not to roll the dice.
I think we have 3 days, right?
From today is now the 18th. The full moon is on the 20th.
We got 2 days. And we do have some food and veggies, so I could cook. Water's easy to get. I don't know, guys. What do you think?
We'll take the morning and then get to the village in the afternoon.
Are we planning on killing people overnight or while the sun's up?
Not even through Uber killing anymore. Like, just the mayor or like cleaning that place up.
Well, we'll start with the mayor. And then see what happens.
Oh, and Caldi incidentally is tired.
Yeah, so there's that.
We could take the morning for Justice to cook, for Charlie to sleep. Could welcome a parchment.
We're going to need more food. People are going to have to hunt.
I can go hunting, but does anyone have any space to carry the food back? Bring some raw meat.
Desi, here, man, take this leather.
Oh.
Tie up your sword.
Okay.
Are you?
Start cooking. I'm gonna drop the toenail here, and I'm gonna go hunt for food. Bring back some meat, and at noon we can start walking toward the village. So we can sleep and do what you need to do.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I will keep watch here.
Need my bow though.
All right.
In case the thing I find I cannot read.
I can
Unless I
assist
can-
with hunting if you want.
Oh, you're welcome to come with me if you want.
Sure.
Does he look over at Trustius? Strap her sword in. Kind of judging how he's taking the coldness that still seems to be there.
Most of that, I mean, is really just washing off his back. He is. People are trying to kill him. People are yelling at him. No one's throwing rocks. I mean, he's not trying to be burned as a witch. He's fine. This is like a very positive place to be.
Alright, so Desi's keeping watch, Trustius is cooking, Caldi is sleeping, and Okatai and Ryzen are going hunting together?
I'm cooking if we still have meat. I don't know if we do.
We have 2 meats and the rabbit.
Yeah, if the rabbit is not cooked today, it will spoil.
I will cook the meat.
And you have the veggies that Desi got as well.
Perfect.
I'm leaving the toenail at camp so I have space for stuff.
And I'll give Okatai the longbow so he can do his hunting thing.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so between Okatai and Ryzen, somebody can give me survival test. -1 because it's springtime, +1 for the help.
I'll do the survival test.
Okay. I'll assist you, whatever that is, just giving you a bonus.
Yep.
Okay.
How?
Okay.
Oof.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
Alright.
From one
You
hand to
found
the other.
You found every animal that could be hunted.
I mean, if it didn't pan out, I was going with my pride at that point.
Okay. So because you got so many successes on your hunting, the way it works is there's a table to roll on to see what sort of animal you come across.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like the first roll, you can re-roll, but you need to take the re-roll.
Okay.
So.
Do we have just one reroll?
No, basically, so like you got a deer. If you like, I don't really want a deer, you can re-roll again, but you might get a
Skunk.
you might get a crow,
Yeah.
but a
I
deer.
think I like a deer. Deer sounds like plenty of meat and some leather.
Yep.
Uh,
I think the best thing on the table is probably the bear, but the bear, if you fuck up, you actually have to fight the bear.
yeah.
So that's going to require an attack roll with your longbow.
What is the bonus for the longbow?
2.
Because I don't have it on my sheet because I just took it for the action. So.
Yep.
Didn't want to make all of the swapping around. Oh my god, I'm gonna persist. I'm gonna use my pride on that.
Okay.
Damn it. Damn thing.
Oh.
And nothing is there. Then I lost my pride.
So that basically means you play next session without a pride, and then the session after you choose a new one. But the deer gets away, so the morning is wasted.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
But I still rest.
You rest. Trustius, you can roll. I think it's a D6 for what you can turn into rations. That's why things like the cauldron and the field kitchen are great.
I mean, D6 isn't bad.
Yep. If you get a cauldron is a D6 plus 2, and the field kitchen is 2D6.
That's 5. We had 2 rabbit and.
Yep. So that gives you 3 food that you can distribute.
Oh, I'll take the pelt and the meat off my list.
Okay.
So who is empty on food?
I am.
There's 2.
So I get a D6 now?
I think Kogan was empty too.
No, Kogan still has food. He's like rationing the stuff Trustius has already given him.
Okay, so for the third one, I'll take my food to D8 and we'll ration as we go.
Okay.
That's a pretty good tell.
Incidentally, for Caldi, Desi, and Trustius, just make a note on your character sheet that you got rations out of the rabbit and the potato.
Oh no!
Oh, I don't want to.
Oh, what was that?
That's not good.
Make
Sorry,
your
what
own
was that?
note.
Trustius, Caldi, and Desi, the rabbit and the potatoes, the meat and the vegetables you got from that were as a result of a mishap. So.
Oh,
Shit.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I've got 2 endurance. I can handle it.
All right. But noontime rolls around. Caldi, you wake up to the smell of freshly cooked food. Ryzen and Okatai come back, empty-handed. Trustius, you may as well roll for your arrows.
Oh, of course.
I'll give you back your bow.
Hey, you did well.
Um, and Desi was keeping watch, right? So I need a scouting roll from Desi.
Nice.
For a change.
You've actually rolled pretty well tonight.
That's because I've only rolled, what, twice? Maybe 3 times?
Take the win.
Yeah, I am. I am.
All right. So afternoon rolls around. Desi, you haven't seen hide nor hair of anybody, anything. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing draws your attention.
Good. Those are the best.
Afternoon.
Okay, comes back, gives the bow to Tristis, lay flat on his back for a while, huff and puff, gets back on his feet. Whenever you're ready.
It's whenever you're ready.
I have a plan. Just we'll go in there, confronting the mayor, I assume, and dealing with whatever comes out of that.
That's the theory. Maybe we should stop by the blacksmith first.
You think he'd be willing to repair my armor before I kill his boss?
Well, I mean, we're not gonna tell them that we're going to kill them. We're gonna
Noted.
pretend we don't know anything at all.
Okay, I remember. Not tell the blacksmith about killing people. Good.
Yeah.
Hit
Yeah.
nay on the kill nay.
Yeah. And
Trust just takes 2 steps back from Desi.
maybe we'll, because I would really like to have my shield fixed before I go swinging through.
We do have some time. My calculations are correct.
If we're here while the sacrifice is coming, they're gonna try to sacrifice us. Just know that.
It might be better that way.
Plausible deniability about killing them all, for what it's worth.
We could just set up camp outside the town at night.
Wait for them to do something fishy and go in and bash heads.
I'll go in, talk to the blacksmith, ask him to fix my shield and your armor, and then camp outside the city, outside the town, village, whatever it is. And
Always do that.
go back in the next day, pick up our stuff, and then look for the mayor. Maybe I could even talk him into selling me that armor. If it's ready. I don't remember.
Whatever we're gonna do, we better start moving if you want to be in time.
Desi, is your sword tied in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean the new one is.
The important one.
Mm-hmm.
Are you keeping both?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Just
Asking
in
for
case.
Kogan.
And in case someone needs a second one later.
I was asking for Kogan in case we have a sword for him.
Mm.
I mean, we've been killing people all right with my bow and but not bow, but staff and spear. But
Yeah, he's got quite a reach.
Well, We might want to start moving.
Mm-hmm. We'll pack up. Get back on the path.
Okay. Good news is you do not have to make a lead the way roll, because you guys have been to the village.
Yay.
Yeah, I don't have
Stay
any.
together. Like we should go try to get your bounty, get the stuff repaired, and keep an eye on what's happening in town. How's that sound?
Sorry, pardon?
Think
I
we
was.
should stay together, try to get our stuff repaired, and go get the bounty we're on, and avoid the friend of Colby.
Yeah. Right. Oh, we should probably go fishing while we're here.
What would you like me to do while we're here?
Do you know how to fish?
I can kill the fish.
We should not go too out of sight of each other. Like, make sure that we always are in sight of each other.
At least, yeah, that sounds like a better idea. Within
We
shouting
can,
distance, at least.
we can go to the. I think we should walk together, go to the smithy, have some stuff repaired, find a mayor, get our bounty, look as innocuous as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can go on the bridge, fish a bit, and watch the people of the village, see what's coming up.
Yeah.
In guards, someone might try to poison us or attack us or something like that. Something like that.
Alright. Does he all follow you? Just tell me if I need to do something.
Oh, if you need to do something, I'm sure it'll get pretty obvious pretty quick.
Response will be quite obvious as well, I think.
Go.
Well, if I poke a hole through someone with my spear, try to finish it.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are headed to the smithy?
Yep.
Yep.
For good or ill.
Someone more convincing than me should do the talking.
I can do the talking. Just tell me what you want done.
We're back from the hunt for the big monster of the forest, and we brought back the trophy, and we're here to repair our gear and get our prize and stuff. You know, that kind of thing.
All that stuff.
Okay. So Keys is in the smithy. I mean, it's afternoon by the time you arrive, so he's hard at work. Looks like he's in the process of like sharpening some scythes and other farming tools and implements. It's like, oh, the adventurers are back. Welcome, adventurers.
Hello.
Successful adventurers.
Oh, because I pushed Colby a bit in front of us because he doesn't want to talk.
I really feel like I need to make a village called Honeywood someplace in this world.
Right?
Called what?
Greg the garlic farmer.
Yeah. There's a really great comedy sketch thing on YouTube called Viva La Dirt League.
Okay.
And one of their series is called NPC Man, and it's about the NPCs in a Skyrim-esque MMO. One of whom has become somewhat sentient and has to deal with adventurers.
It's kind of good.
It's amazingly good.
Sorry, what becomes sentient?
One of the NPCs.
Okay.
So he becomes self-aware, and he has to deal with the idiot adventurers.
And the
Oh,
weird
okay.
game glitches.
And the weird game glitches, and the players.
and the players.
Oh, so it's kind of like that movie Free Guy,
Sort of.
Sort of.
sort of.
Yeah, and
Much lower budget, though.
Although,
yeah,
much lower budget, and I think Viva La Dirt League was around first.
yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
and they're all like 2 to 3 minutes long, sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
All right. So yeah. So Keys he's working in the smithy. He's like, how are things going? Been a couple of days.
Spectacular. We
Yep.
killed the beast and we brought the trophy. Show him the trophy.
I'll show him the trophy.
Oh, that
Sounds
is that does look like a ferocious beast.
It was a
Yeah.
classic fight. They will write ballads about it one day.
I don't have any doubt. That's impressive. That thing has done some serious damage to some of our hunting parties. So I'm sure Marissa would be happy to pay you for ridding us of it.
Let's hope it's
You wanted to
26.
speak to the blacksmith about repairing some damage your shield took in the
Oh yes.
in the mighty battle, right?
Yes. Yes, if you could patch up my shield. And she'll kind of thump what's left of it down.
Oh,
It's a little worse for wear, but it did the trick. It did what it needed to do. So,
Would like it to do it again, if it can.
right. So he kind of looks it over. It's like, oh,
I know there isn't much of it left, but
yeah, it's gonna cost about 2 silver for the materials, and then like another silver for the work.
that's fine. I'm about to make a bunch of money, so
I also have a piece I'd like you to check over,
Oh,
and he's gonna bring out a chainmail.
oh, what
right, forgot that thing.
what the hell happened to this?
It sank in a swamp.
Okay.
But
A rough couple of days.
that's still the best I have, so if you could get it back into approximate order.
Oh,
I've watched it, but it needs oiling and some repairs.
it's gonna need. I'm gonna need to replace some. It's gonna take a couple of days. I mean, I can. I mean, honestly, you're. Oh, if you're on a budget, I guess it'll work.
On a budget.
How much would it be if he traded that to you and wanted to buy the chainmail that you were making already?
Oh, you want me to take your crap and then give you a discount on the good stuff? I see.
It's a win-win.
In the end, we probably need 2 chainmail. So
Yeah.
Can I throw like a manipulation roll and do a little story about it's not just crap. This was an artifact of a mighty adventure from great heroes that even unrepaired, it will be an heirloom you can pass down from generation to generation and all that bullshit.
You can try to manipulate him. Yes.
Salesman talk.
That's how you weaponize charisma.
I've done it in the past. I'll do it again.
And imagine how good it's going to be once it has your masterwork repair on it. It'll be legendary.
All right. So you got 1 and he got 1. So he's like, I can take this off your hands and give you let's call it a 10% discount on the chainmail there. So 22 silver.
That's up to you guys.
How much are we making off of that critter?
You don't know.
Critter. Beastie? Oh, yeah. Did she not tell us what the reward was?
She may have, but if the adventurers don't remember, then the adventurers don't remember.
Let me
Got a number. I'm remembering a number, but I might be wrong. So, how much would it cost to get it repaired?
I could repair it for probably 12 silver. It's going to need a lot of work.
Yeah.
Swamp chainmail. But you know, it's a powerful and magical artifact apparently, so you're getting a deal really.
Yeah, I don't have written down how much she was going to pay us.
She did say that it was a decent reward.
I think that's about as detailed as it got. Or maybe she gave us a number and I just didn't write it down because I don't think Desi was actually in the room.
I don't have a note.
If I remember well, it was a number high enough to be of, like, part of the chainmail, but not high enough to pay for the chainmail.
Let's go cash that in, maybe.
Yeah,
Leave
let's go cash it
leave
in.
leave him your shield. I'll keep the rusty chainmail and I'll try to fix it at some point. Maybe I can learn to use the forge and fix it myself.
Yeah.
I only have 6 silver, so even if I would, I cannot afford it.
So you're leaving the shield to get repaired?
Yep.
Okay. Paying him the 6
It's
silver?
not gonna- He didn't say 6.
3 silver? You didn't take 3 silver for my shield?
He said 3 silver for the shield.
Oh, right. 3 silver.
That
Yes.
I did pay attention to.
Right. So yeah, 3 silver to repair the shield. He'll get to work on it. It's going to take him. He should have it ready for you tomorrow.
Excellent. That would be perfect.
And it's quite a bit different than fixing up these farming tools. So, you know,
That's a nice change, right?
it is a very nice change. All right. So you guys are making your way over to the mayor's manor.
Yep. I mean, Desi will try to make a little more small talk about, oh yeah, that's where it tried to headbutt me. That's how that chunk got torn out.
Oh, well, better the shield than
Better the shield than me. I'm not disagreeing at all. It did its job. Absolutely.
Might want to consider maybe upgrading, getting a bigger shield.
Maybe. I am a bit taller than it, which is, I mean, good, but awkward.
Oh, on the other hand, I mean, small shield's easy to move around, so.
It is. It is.
But yeah, I'll bang out these dents. I'll put a new framing on it, buff it up real nice. Put the leather here is gonna have to be replaced on the straps. You don't want those breaking in the middle of combat. Yeah, I can get this for you.
Perfect. I gotta catch up with them.
Okay.
And she'll take off running toward the rest of the group.
So yeah, you guys make your way to the mayor's manor. As you approach, you do see there are some folks like leaving the mayor's office, like they had like some sort of like early afternoon,
Council
business
meeting or something.
council meeting sort of thing. Yeah.
It's fine now. We'll rebate on the chainmail, but I think we're gonna need 2 chainmail before long.
The important thing is that the chainmail is still at the blacksmith's and not on the mayor.
Yep.
It is for now. Yes.
It is for now. It's true. Let's hope that's still true tomorrow.
But yeah, you make your way to the mayor's office, the mayor's house. said there are some folks that are in the process of leaving, kind of going back to their fields, going back to their houses, their work. They nod at you, you know, they say, hey, how's it going? How are you? You know, did you find anything out in the swamp? You know, kind of like idle small talk. They don't really stop for the answer. That's the sort of thing they say as they're passing.
Yep. Hi,
Well,
how are you?
that'll be
Can't
it.
stop.
But yeah, the mayor's door is still open. You can see she's inside, kind of like tidying up.
I'll give it a good knock. The hunters have returned.
We half a sec here.
The mighty hunters have returned.
I thought that was just understood.
I don't want them to leave the words out in the song.
Kind of kidding about the song. Just trying to get a deal.
Right. So yeah, so she's kind of tidying up. She's like, oh, that's not. I wasn't expecting you back quite so quickly.
Oh, we're very people look at us and sometimes underestimate our competence. Let's say.
Okay.
Show the trophy.
Desi will pull out the trophy again. We didn't expect it to try to eat us the first night we were out there, but things happen.
Certainly. I mean, I imagine that you'll want to get your reward and perhaps spend it at our local establishment.
Spend it at the smithy.
Yep. Just a second. And she like wanders into one of the back rooms.
The minute she leaves the room, I am untying Breathe, just in case.
And I'm gonna move over here if I can.
Far from Desi's.
Yeah, why the hell am I freaking over there?
All the non-combatants are like, oh, let's find a chair.
Yeah, it should be me and Caldy right up there at the front. Caldy, so he can brag us up.
Actually, I'm gonna go sit in one of these nice chairs.
Yeah, me and Ryzen are like, fuck this.
Okay.
Oh god, we're still at the front.
Yeah, we're off to the side.
So she comes back after a few moments. She looks over at Justice and it's like, oh, by all means, make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And she holds out a sack of coins to Desi.
Desi will take them and hand them to Caldy.
Caldy will count them.
There is a total of 16 silver. Which is just over a golden half.
There's what, 6 of us?
5 of you.
Yep.
So, thank you. I mean, our hunters haven't been able to travel into the swamp safely for some time now, so it is much appreciated.
So we each get 3 silver, and one person gets 4.
All right, I'm only taking 2 because I'm giving 1 to Desi for her bodyguard fee.
Thank you.
And I think the 1 should go to Mark because his poor character's heartbreak working so hard on that ankylosaurus.
Aw.
I mean, that was easy, so.
I will reluctantly take it. By reluctantly, I'm not reluctantly at all.
I should get 5 more.
Yeah, I might actually have enough now to buy that knife set that the guy had from last time. I forget how much he wanted for it.
26. I made note of that too.
Sorry, how much?
26.
Oh, because each knife was like 5 or 6 silver.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought the whole set was 5 or 6. Never mind.
If you're going to be in the area, I mean, stop by from time to time. I'm certain that there'll be other work.
I'll consult with the team. And I'm kind of assuming that you want the shield fixed before we start going to
Yes,
Apocalypse
please.
Now in this place, right?
I'm guessing that Caldy isn't saying that right in front of the mayor.
No, not at all. I am not saying it in front of the mayor.
Yes, yes. I would very much like my shield fixed before we go.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Exactly.
Rearrange.
Well, you are more than welcome to stay. I can have rooms for you at the common house if you like. At least stay the evening. Don't want to travel in the dark. It gets dangerous out there.
Oh, we're used to it.
Bandits.
Amongst other things, yes.
No, we ran into some.
Oh, without a doubt. There are
Not at the same time that we were fighting with big bones here.
there are unfortunate people out there who become desperate for food, for coin, for basic necessities. I mean,
People will do crazy things to stay alive, eh?
they will. But so, do you want me to make rooms available for you, or are you heading right out?
I'll look over at Desi and Okatai and the rest and see what they have to say.
I think we're heading out.
Heading
We're
out?
gonna yeah, and then we'll be back.
Yeah, we got some hunting to do. A couple of things on our own. We got an order in at the blacksmith, so we'll be back to pick some of that up.
Oh,
But thank
okay.
you for the offer.
We definitely
course.
need to go.
Well, if you don't mind, then I do have some work that I should attend to.
No problem.
Quick question for you. Did a red mist, like a red fog, roll through here?
No, the mist doesn't enter into the village environs.
How do you keep it out?
It just doesn't come in.
That's weird. Of course, that could be why every village seems to be walled in.
Perhaps. We've never had an issue with the mists penetrating into the village.
Yeah, every village I've heard of, even since we got here, everybody mentions that they have walls. It's like, okay, big deal. I'm beginning to see what the big deal is.
Yep.
If it keeps the fog out.
Perhaps. And there are dangerous creatures out in the wilds.
That too. But, I mean, we're getting used to those.
Well, as I said, I do have some work to get to, but good luck. Thank you for taking care of this.
Hmm.
Glad to be of
Thank you for the
service.
silver.
I mean, we won't be remiss or if you spend it here at the smithy or at the common house, but we understand.
I think most of it's going to the smithy.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Keith does excellent work.
Seems to. Yeah.
And she will not so subtly escort you guys out.
Yep.
I was already walking out.
Desi's happy to go.
Yep.
She's a little surprised that she hasn't been grumbled at yet, but it's probably for the best.
But yes, having dropped off your stuff to get repaired before you assault this village, and collecting your payday from the mayor, we will bring things to a close for this week.
All right.
Are we playing next week? Since York's not going to be around?
Maybe we'll take next week off, just that way you guys are probably going to want to have your healer available for a big fight.
Oh yeah, that's
That makes
kind
sense.
of why I wondered.
Yeah, next week, for the full week, I'm in the woods from Saturday to Sunday, but that other Sunday. Like,
Nice.
full week on this.
Cool.
So we'll take next week off so that you guys will have your healer with you.
Okay.
But XP. Everybody participated, so 1 XP there.
Hooray.
Yay.
You did travel through 1 new hex, so 2 XP. You did get a treasure worth 1 gold or more because you got paid for your job. So that is 3. Okatai activated his pride for 4 for him. Other than that, I don't think there was any life risking or dark secrets or extraordinary actions.
I would give life risking to or orcs, but I don't think you get XP.
I think Koken should get an XP.
I periodically add things onto his character sheet.
Well, he deserves my exceptional action for today and risking his life for me. Oh.
Yeah. Perfect. So yeah,
3 XP.
3
Yep.
for, and then 4 for Yorick.
Yep.
Out of pride. Which is very fitting with his story arc right now.
In our other game, I think I'm on my 5th pride now.
Oh wow.
Because
I've not even used mine yet.
Because I roll like shit. Although last game we were fighting people, or was it not even people, monster? Fighting something. I can't remember what exactly it was we were fighting. Giant squid. And
Okay.
I did 6 points of damage to it with a single hit
Wow.
Oh, nice.
with a bow shot.
Nice.
My
Hell, God.
my record is 9, and I only roll like 9 dice. So
Well, with this this terrible day that we had, my willpower went from none to full.
yeah, that's the way. Like if you have like a bunch of bad rolls, at least you're getting willpower out of it.
I was wondering if I wanted to buy Dragon Slayer, the thing that gives you bonus against monster. Must we have fought monster recently, or just training is alright?
Dragon Slayer is solid, and the nice thing is all the any talent you have that's applicable stacks. Right, so if you have Monster Hunter and you get the +1 because you're fighting a monster, but you also have Sword Fighter, so you get +1 because you're using a sword. Those both stack. You don't have to take one or the other.
Yeah, I was looking at Sword Fighter to get the +1 to parry. I took Sword Fighter just for +1 to parry, and Defender, as much parry as I can.
Yep.